Yeah. You are just a rascal. Look at you. I gave her a bath today.
Oh, was she good?
She was so good. She loved it. I mean, she was just like, towards the end, she was like, let me out. But Do I start reading?
Yes.
Welcome to Loudermilk Brands Live. I'm Linda Loudermilk, designer, disruptor, founder of Loudermilk Brands. Here we explore what happens when creativity meets consciousness. This isn't just about fashion or jewelry. It's about design as a force for change. Every conversation, every story we share is a part of a movement to redefine luxury with heart, purpose, and impact. So pull up a chair, join the dialogue, and let's create something beautiful together.
I'm Riley Griffin, and I am the director or executive brand strategist for Loudermilk Brands.
So we're going to look at each other,
Eye contact.
right? Eye contact. And this is our first practice together.
Yes. So I think for our first take, we wanted to discuss, what made you want to get into this industry and how you got into Fausette and, the history of our brand that we've come to know and love.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
Broad.
You ready? Settle in.
Yeah. Pull up a chair, get some snacks. It's going to be a long one.
Yeah. First of all, I got to get this puppy with us because, look.
Our mascot, Luna.
Oh gosh, I
Because it's getting
totally forget.
It's getting a lot of light.
Yeah,
All right. I'm
All
going
right.
to glue it to your forehead.
that's a good idea.
Like we're on Broadway.
Maybe behind my head.
We can just get that thing that you wear when you make jewelry and just dangle it from that.
Yeah.
I think that would be very high fashion. Headlamp.
Yeah. Or I can just wear a bathing suit like they do on those shows.
I've been channeling my inner Vanna White. I've been
Yeah.
using a lot of.
You could be Vanna White. Yeah, definitely. That woman. So, where to start? Ask me the question again.
Okay. So, what made you want to create this Loudermilk Brands overarching? And then why did you feel the need to add in Fausette under that? And do you have any other things coming up
Yeah.
under the Loudermilk Brands umbrella?
Yeah. Well, the thing that started it all was a deep understanding, understood through tears, when I came to realize that I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. And I knew that I was meant here for a higher purpose. And that whatever pain I had, I was working on overcoming, it was to share a message. And so I asked Great Spirit, what is it I'm supposed to be doing? I mean, I'm ready. I'm empty, I'm ready to hear. And the first message was fashion design. And I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, like, really? No, I don't. I don't want to deal with, pomp and circumstance and body image and all of that. Because frankly, I had some challenges in that area myself. And it was part of what I was overcoming at the time. So I thought, well, this is a strange message. But, there's a time in your life when the pain serves the purpose of emptying out the past and creating a void so that something can fill it. And I thought, I'm not getting any other answers. I mean, I was like looking for signs on the street. I was like, yellow, does yellow mean that, like
Angel numbers.
yeah,
anything.
all of that stuff. It was that time. But the most clear message was fashion design. So I checked myself into fashion school. And I was one of the older people there. And basically was like, what am I doing?
Now, was this when you were at Oxford, or is this a different university?
This was after proper college.
Okay.
And I was in Denver living, and they had a design school there. And I just checked in. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And ended up teaching the creativity class.
That's so fitting.
It was great. I love challenging people,
Right.
dig deeper. And, but even still, so I got an internship with Richard Tyler. And at the time, he was really the premier, certainly, and one of the only couturiers working in the United States, doing very fine, well-made clothing. And I got an internship with him. And, I was like cutting swatches and doing internship things. And I just kind of invited myself to the New York Fashion Show. And they're like, oh, we don't have the budget for that. And I'm like, I know, I'll find myself there, Oh, the hotel. I'm like, oh, I'll find somewhere,
Right.
That's like,
I'll make this happen.
right, can do
Yes.
attitude. And so I went and I was able to find a way to be helpful and learn along the way. And that internship taught me that, whatever I'm doing, I need to learn 3 things every day, in order to keep myself going. If the day is challenging, and it kind of was because I was a peon, and but I did it, and I was proud of myself. And I in order to do that internship, I moved from, where was I living at the time? Denver, I think. I moved to Los Angeles, not knowing if I would stay. I was just there for the internship, and ended up finding a best friend there. Ended up loving it, getting really hooked in with some very cool people that I had a lot in common with, and so I stayed and I started my line there. Oh, what's the question?
Who is
Do you have
Robert
a
Tyler?
question? Oh.
This is our.
Where's the question? Oh, who was, okay, Richard Tyler. Great question. Richard Tyler. He did Jessica Parker. What is her name? Sarah Jessica Parker. He dressed her when she was huge fashion icon with Sex and the City, and so he was known for that, and she helped tell the story of his craftsmanship and the fine detail and the refinement of who he was.
I mean, Carrie was iconic in Sex and the City. That
Yeah.
was everything. Her fashion took the world by storm.
Yeah. So I learned a lot from that, and I started. The first garment that I ever designed that sold was a jacket, and I ended up selling that, and it went well. I'm like, well, maybe I have something here, and I then was discovered by a producer out of Europe and moved to Europe.
Wow.
And decided to create my line out of Italy. And there I visited, all the places that make Dior and McQueen, and all the shoemakers, the belt makers, the jacket makers, and the shirt makers, and everyone's different, and every craftsperson is different. There's one person that does the armhole. There's one person that does the cuff, because they're specialists in that.
Right.
Now, fast fashion is very, very different, but this is when we went into like castles that were like wet and cold, and these people that were creating the best products in the world for fashion. And I was, I have some stories I want to tell you, probably not the time, since I'm doing kind of an overarching story, but I was just some stories about how they took to an American there and a woman American there.
Right.
It was very much a boys' club in high fashion. So, but anyway, I did my first runway show in Paris. And there was a series that I created that I later Welcome to Loudermilk Brands. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the fashion show in Paris. Yeah, those are two pieces, and there's a series there I created, the Corazon series, and I later named it. But the producer of the show was like, no, it just kind of doesn't fit with the whole, line and everything. And I was like, I don't know. Well, I'm putting it in there. I'm doing it. If nothing else, if nothing else goes my way, these are going down the runway. And I later found out why. It's because the three of them represent the personal transformation that I had just experienced in my life. And they were called the Corazon series. The first one was this raw heart. It was my fit model's legs, and with this just kind of it was an image of a raw heart. And at that time, there wasn't a lot of realistic images put on fabric.
Sorry, real images on.
And that became kind of a staple for you, if I'm remembering correctly through going through your line, that was something that really you tackled and introduced to fashion and kept as a steady impact in your line.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, I love when you pull out the fabrics that have, the polar ice caps or the erupting volcanoes or whatever really represented that line.
Yes.
And they're always so flowy and sheer and just tell a story, and you can layer them really easily. And you don't see that. Like, you see prints, obviously, but not in the way that you've done it, where you've taken professional photography and put it on a garment.
Yeah, interesting. It was that show, I mean, it was so painful. Every bone in my body hurt. It was grueling to get it pulled off. But it was foreshadowing,
And
for
very
a lot of things to
transformative,
come.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it was.
Pressure creates a diamond.
Yeah. And I remember thinking, God, I hope people come, And we had just enough people in the seats, but, I was a no name. But I was being produced by the people that were producing Dior and McQueen, and I was kind of like deer in the headlights, really like, whoa, But at the same time, I was the lowest person on the totem pole, right? So I got the last pick on the models, the last pick of the times that they would come work with me, the last pick on the, but I got a great venue. I mean, gorgeous. The Trocadero. That was so cool.
Now, when you were in Europe, is that when you got inspired to be the first luxury fashion or sustainable luxury fashion designer?
Yeah, so after that show, and that's brings me to that point. After that show, I went back to my hotel room and I was just in tears. I was just, and I didn't know why I was upset. And the producer had to come to me and say, listen, your team needs you out there. You got to go to the after party and everything. I'm like, okay, wipe them. Oh no, I'm sorry. And I was exhausted too. That didn't help. But, and I found out about a month later that I was sad because it wasn't doing for me what I thought it should, and because I felt so grateful. Right? Like, I mean, you've been discovered. Like, you're showing with the best of the best.
Right.
What's wrong with you? And so I started to think. I saw a small swatch of fabric in one of the gazillion booths at the fabric show in Paris, and it's, I don't know, maybe 4 football fields of tiny booths, more than that, but a lot of booths, a lot of tiny booths with tiny pieces of fabric hanging here, and I found this one piece, and it was a bamboo. And I said, let me ask you about this. And they're like, oh, we're not selling that. And I'm like, well, okay, why do you have it hanging here? And so I kind of, all of a sudden this guy comes from the back. Yeah, you wanted to ask about that swatch? I'm like, yeah. So I found it and called them and thought, maybe I can do the first luxury environmental line in the world, because I've just started to make my name as a luxury designer. Let me shift that, try to disrupt the idea of what because at the time, I mean, this was years ago, 25 years ago. And at the time, it was still considered granola,
Right.
crunchy.
Nothing very chic.
No.
Nothing that fits the form, very loose.
Yeah, and it felt like cardboard,
Right.
right?
Like very hemp driven.
Very hemp driven.
Yes.
Yes. And the organic cotton still had like specks in it.
Yes.
And so you kind of like, it literally would pick out kind of a stick from your fabric,
Yes.
So I called those makers and had them refine the fabric and decided that I really didn't have the support to do this in Europe. It's a different language, it's a different culture, it's,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of situation because they've been in the game for so long.
Yeah, and they're like, who are you to
Right.
say that we have to do things differently and we
Right.
have to push to do this? And yeah, interesting story. So I know you've done a lot of modeling in your life, and our fit model, we had to get from 5 hours away in Italy because their shape at the time still is somewhat, was very different from the American physical shape.
Yes.
They're very curvy, very small waists, curvy hips, very sexy. And Americans have a little bit wider waist, a little bit more narrow hips.
Yes.
And it's just kind of amazing what the world still has this segregation in body shape according to where you live.
Yes.
I had never really thought about that. But
And
I'm
what
like,
type of modeling you're doing. And
yeah, and they kept bringing me models, I'm like, it's not gonna do, it's gonna be so uncomfortable to Americans, And at the time, a lot of the European lines were building their clothes on European models. And that's why when you would go to the store to buy a couture garment to your, local high-end boutique, they were still kind of uncomfortable, So then it became my mission to make a comfortable suit, for Americans,
Yes.
high-end, from European fabrics or Japanese fabrics. And then it became my mission to do that eco and luxury. So I was trying to push a lot of balls up the hill
Right.
and really found that I could only do that in the US.
But hey, it got the cover of Esquire with Robert Downey Jr. He launched your menswear line, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He's wearing a bamboo suit right there. That's the first menswear bamboo suit. I don't know of any other that was before that. But he was such a great guy to launch that, for us. Really offered it up himself.
Right.
And came to my studio, and his son fell in the pool, and it was a lot of fun.
That's one thing I've noticed that's very consistent across all of our shoots is we definitely have a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's lovely to have the yes and mentality that I'm sure you started with at the beginning of your career journey and you carry it with us now. There are no bad ideas. It's a yes and. So whenever you come up with a new idea, we're all building off of each other. There are no no's. It's like, that's great, and this thing we can build on top of it, which is a really fun environment to work in.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like you can't have refinement without having yes and. Because luxury is about pushing the envelope. There's nothing that I design that I haven't exhausted every possibility of every thread, every fiber, every shape, every line, every color.
Right.
Just to rule out everything that is not, to come to what is exactly this garment.
Right.
And when you learn to do that, then you come to luxury. But that takes time.
Right.
That's what a luxury process is.
Slow fashion.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Being intentional.
being intentional, choosing the craftsperson.
Yes.
you know?
Choosing how it gets to us, because shipping is another thing that's hurting the environment that we have to be very aware of and make sure we're
Yes.
making the lowest impact possible on the
Yes,
environment.
Very good point. Very good point. We are constantly doing research on that.
Right,
You
and
know,
our
it
packaging.
really never ends.
Right,
Yeah.
yes. And I know that you started with eco packaging with your clothing line, and now we're bringing that in to our jewelry brand, just making sure that every single piece of our business is as eco-friendly as humanly possible.
Yeah, yeah. I can remember the first like eco garment bag, you know, and they came to me and they're like, "Hey, want to use a bunch of these?" And it had like, "We're green, we're eco" all over it, and I'm like,
Let's revise this.
yeah. Let's go back to the drawing board a little bit, but I also kept the kind of integrity of what they were doing.
Right.
And let people know, you know, this is what they're doing. It's not exactly what our line is, but that's kind of been a challenge with. We have a question. Do we have a question? Oh. But yeah, it's been a it's.
Oh, Rhino, you want to say hello?
Rhino.
I forgot to delete that on the prompter.
This is our exceptional behind the scenes guy. He runs One Horn Studios, which is where we operate all of our live streams out of. As you can see, he has the very professional setup back there, making sure everything is as seamless as possible.
This is the result of obsession. Is what it is.
A hyperfixation, if you will.
Oh, let's
By
host to
now,
that.
I want it here
Thank
at
you.
4 a.m. Between 4 a.m. and 11 a.m. Thank you.
This used to be my office, and it has been fully transformed into a fully functioning live studio. It's amazing what they can accomplish in a week. That's all I did. That's all I did was take off a week, and I came in, and now we have this entire live studio. It's incredible.
Yeah, I
The
tell
yes
you.
and mentality.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So what brought you to the kind of sustainability, the consciousness, I guess,
Yes.
of choosing with a purpose?
Right. It really started for me as a health initiative. That's what really launched everything, was being educated about the things that we're putting in our bodies and how those can affect you, and not only your physical health, but your mental health. And, you know, it's so important to booster both of those things as much as humanly possible
Yeah.
nowadays. And so by learning that journey, it also made me learn about the things we're putting on our body, because your skin is your biggest organ.
Yeah.
And so the fabrics that you're putting on your body and the sheets that you're sleeping in, like all of that make an impact on what's going on in your body as well as your mental health.
Yeah.
And through that, you know, like we said, you know, you learn about production and shipping and dyes and just all of these things that you wouldn't even imagine are affecting the environment. And then it's just like this snowball effect that just brings you into every corner of, oh my goodness, I'm making, like, my negative impact on the world is way bigger than I thought. It goes beyond like the straws that I'm using. It goes into, you know, the things that I'm ordering and all of those like fast fashion consumerism mindset, like
Yeah.
instead of being more intentional and buying with purpose. And I love in our About video, if you've seen that on the website, she talks about voting with your dollar and how important that is to really, you know, be intentional with where you're putting your money and what you're supporting. And making sure that big corporations know, like, we want to be more intentional with what we're doing and what we're putting on our body, so that hopefully this is just the start of a much bigger process of more people, you know, elevating and becoming more conscious about the environment and what we're doing to it and how we can help. And,
Yeah.
you know, people thought the switching to reusable straws was such a small thing for people to do, but enough of us did it that now the green sea turtle is no longer endangered. Like, that news came out a few days ago.
That's
And
crazy.
so you never want someone to think that their contribution is too small, because
Yeah.
if enough people do something as small as carrying around a metal straw, like, big changes can happen, because there are so many of us that contribute to this every single day.
Yes.
And so just those small little changes, if we can initiate that, like, it makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, yeah. What was the first product or the first food that you came across that you noticed either that I need to cut this out or that I need to have this in my life?
Right. I think it was an even mix of farmers market and fast food. I was a fast food addict just because, you know, when you live in America, you're living a very fast-paced life. Like,
Yeah.
you're trying to get to one spot to another, and you never really slow down and get to be super intentional. And so that was the first thing to cut out, was the easy fast food, and becoming very intentional about what you're putting in your body, setting that time aside to prepare the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, and make sure that everything
Yeah.
that you're putting in your body, you know, I love going to the farmer's market.
So, what in your life had you do that? Because usually there's a breakdown before the breakthrough, right?
Absolutely, yes. And I just wasn't getting well. I was going to my doctors and everything, you know, from dermatologists to GI doctors to everything, because I just didn't feel well. And I was like, I'm in my early 20s.
Was it a general fatigue or
Yes,
just a general
fatigue, brain fog, nausea, like not being able to be on a regular eating schedule, like not being hungry, being starving all the time. You know, there was never balance or homeostasis.
Yeah.
And so, and the doctors couldn't give me any solutions. They just wanted to medicate. And like, of course, you know, science is there. There are wonderful medications that help, but I wanted to see what I could do personally first.
Yeah.
And I did the food journal. I saw what things were triggering my body. And once I replaced those things, I mean, the synchronicity.
You started to see the proof.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think that's the way with all of us is we have to see the proof in things to stick with it,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
So you know, it's in a way, you know, it's very important that we share our truth,
Yes.
share the breakdown,
Yes.
and share the proof, and we're not lecturing,
Right.
You know,
It's just like you have this amazing breakthrough in your life and you
Yeah.
want to shout it from the rooftops because you
Yeah.
want everyone else to feel as good as you feel now.
yeah. If you're happen to be speaking to someone that has had that journey, it's a gift.
Right.
You know,
It's life.
it's one of the gifts from your journey. Like it's
Yes.
the silver lining that you can help other people.
Absolutely.
And I think for me, there's nothing more rewarding than helping other people.
Absolutely. It makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the challenges are hard, but once you get to the other side and you can share that with other people that are going through
Yeah.
those challenges, it makes it
I mean, a
all
new
worth it.
purse maybe,
Yes, that's a nice
especially
reward
like
too.
a Gucci new purse, or
Yes.
you know, maybe that's you know
That's
the
up there
same,
as well,
but up there
yes.
as well. But no, I think really, you know, like in the fashion industry, right? People, you know, would ask kind of, you know, right? It sounds like a kind of brutal industry, kind of a
Right.
pompous, you know,
Elitist, if you will.
elitist,
Yeah.
showy industry. I'm like, well, as with everything in life, you have to turn it around. How can I help somebody today?
Yes.
How can I help somebody in this moment,
Yes.
right? And so being conscious of that thought made it all okay.
I'm the biggest advocate of mindset because I feel like once you make that change to see the positive in every situation in lieu of the negative,
Yeah.
like it starts to change your entire world.
And
You
it
start
takes
to notice
practice,
it. Yes.
right? Like you're
Yes.
not going to get it, and you might forget to, and you might drop it for a year.
Right.
But then somebody, you might be talking to someone and they had, you know, finally had success one, or maybe they had success the first time they tried it. But, you know, we have to remind each other,
Yes.
because I have a great forgetter.
Yes.
You know, I'll forget what I need to do for myself. I'll forget to eat, you know, I'll forget
Absolutely.
that I need to eat certain things, and I will be mindless about things.
That's why community is so important.
Yeah.
Like we have a great community here where we really hold each other accountable and are like, have you drank water today? Have you eaten today? Like, have
Yeah.
you taken time for yourself today to really like get centered and be prepared for everything the day may bring?
Yeah, and that takes courage to bring it up to people.
Right.
You know, like you need to take a walk right now. You know, and it's only not because we're judging them.
Right.
It's because we know that, you know, the mental organ and you know, combining with the physical at that moment is malfunctioning.
Right.
And we might be like, oh, I'm fine, you know? And it's like, no, take a walk.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. you
Reset.
know. Reset.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mother Nature is the best for that.
Yeah.
You know, even a barefoot walk where you're grounded on some grass to get reconnected with the earth. Like,
So true.
and it sounds so woo-woo, but it really does just make such a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Naked in the grass. Maybe that's what streakers are doing.
maybe they're onto something.
Yeah.
We're the least judgmental people
Nude-
you'll ever meet. If it works for you and it's not hurting anybody,
Right?
who are we to say anything
Nude
about it?
beaches.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People live off
What?
of those, you know?
But take your purse.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Identification is important.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
And style is
Absolutely.
important.
Yes.
What if we didn't have clothes to express ourselves?
I don't think I'd be able to live in that kind of society, honestly. That's such a big part of my self-expression.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like my clothing depicts my mood, like it really shows what mood I'm in that day or what I'm trying to put out into the universe at that time. I feel like we both kind of have those styles that are all over the place.
Yeah.
And so it's very indicative of like what season we are in our lives or what mood we're feeling
Yeah.
with the clothes or what we want to project to the world, you know? We might not be feeling the happiest that day, so we drench ourselves in yellow or colorful patterns or what
Right.
have you for that little extra boost that we need.
Yeah, learn to use it,
Yes.
right? And then it ends up helping other people.
Yes.
You know, I love it when like older people wear purple.
Yes.
You know, and you're just like, yes,
Embrace
yes,
it.
do it. You
Be
know,
yourself.
yeah, sparkly tennis shoes, just you know, whatever. However, we can get that, you know, connectedness to ourselves, connectedness to each other, and then a like an expansion of energy,
Yes.
right?
And I mean, that's pretty much how we met, was you came in this just head to toe, jaw-dropping outfit. And I was like, I don't know who that is, but I need to meet her right now. And so I faced my fear and I went up to you. And the craziest part is that 30 minutes before she walked in, we had one of her garments there. And we were talking about this fabric is different than anything we had ever felt before. And when you would pinch it, it would stay in that area. And so you actually got to give us an educational little blurb about how you infuse metal into your fabrics and your textiles.
I remember that
Yes.
so well.
And we were just fangirling. We're like, we can't believe someone put this much thought into a piece, and it came out like so, it was executed so beautifully, and I still get to play with it sometimes in the closet.
you.
Yeah, it was amazing. What metal was infused in that fabric?
That was silver,
Yes,
yeah.
I knew it was something super fancy.
925.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Incredible.
crazy.
And so it was a very versatile piece. You could pinch it and make your own designs in it or wear
Yeah.
it flat. Like, it was very cool. Like everything
I think was that the low neck, like little tunic.
with the short sleeves.
Yeah.
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 And it looks kind of bronzy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because of whatever you wove it with. Yes. But that was our introduction to Linda Loudermilk. And then Linda Loudermilk herself came in and got to explain everything to us. And we were just hooked from then on out. And so it was a beautiful kind of introduction to
Yeah.
who you were and what you're going into.
That was great. I know I
Yes.
came home. I'm like, I met some great people.
Yes.
That was fun. That was a
Absolutely.
fun day, fun encounter. But you know, that is exactly what I want people to understand, is that what we wear can be a conversation piece.
Absolutely.
And if it is a conversation piece,
This is my favorite conversation.
no, huh? That's a good one. That's
Yes.
a good one.
My little Fausette, which is a faction of Loudermilk Brands, and it's got the little fidget toy on the top, and if you can also fidget with the little drop. One, like, I get stopped for this all the time because.
Do you?
Yes, because who else has a water faucet with a droplet hanging off of it? You really don't see that often. So people are like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, I would love to tell you about the company that I work for."
You got 2 seconds.
Exactly,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
And what is it?
This is, it's on the screen for you. This is our sterling silver faucet necklace. The brand Fausette, which is, like I said, a child company, I guess you would say, of Loudermilk Brands. Right now we have a clean water initiative. We're trying to bring as much clean water to the globe as possible. We have a wonderful charity that we partner with called water.org, and they are absolute pros in the area, so we let them handle all of the well building and sanitation and just all those wonderful things that they do for communities. And so every single purchase, those proceeds go to. Okay. We have a wonderful video that can tell you much more specific information than I can, and we would love to go on a quick break and show you that video.
I want people to feel empowered when they wear Fausette. You know, like they've just voted with their dollar. And, you know, it's time to start talking about what they just learned about water or what they've always known. And now, because they're wearing this, they have a symbol to talk about it. And you know, when I wear mine, I always play with the top. I spin the little top around that moves. I don't know, it's kind of like a fidget toy. and the water that comes out of the faucet, I always play with that like a fidget toy. And in a way that it's relaxing to me. And you know, for me in my journey, it's relaxing to know that I'm making a difference. You know, I think that as a human, as a person, when we get to the point in our lives that we can make a difference in other people's lives, it actually is kind of like, okay, you know, I've learned my lessons. I can now let people know how they can learn theirs and assist them so they don't have to do it in such a drawn out way. You know, at least that's my experience, you know. All right. It relaxes me to know that I'm making a difference, really. So I guess I would hope that people feel relaxed and at the same time want to shout, you know, want to really be raw in their message. And that's what the Shout campaign is about. And it's about evoking feeling. And, you know, any feeling that it evokes is fine with me. Let's just evoke a feeling. Let's start feeling. And let's start sharing our feeling by wearing it on the outside. It lets people ask about it, and it allows me to share my feeling about it. So, anyway, that's what Fausette is about for me. $2.2 billion people lack access to safe water. Every 2 minutes, a child dies from a water-related disease. Women and girls spend 200 million hours a day collecting water.
Are we back?
We are back. We
All
are live.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, so I hope that explained what we were doing with the Fausette brand a little bit more. Would love to know how you feel about the video, the information. If you want to know more information, any questions that you have about our water initiative, water in general, we would love to answer those. I probably don't have a lot of the answers, but we will certainly find them, and we know the people to ask. So we have some really spectacular people working on this issue on a world level, and we would love to ask them questions for you. So send them in, and next time we'll cover them.
Have a little FAQ session.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I see here that you brought out some of the necklaces.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk a little bit about the brand?
Well, you know, I was just playing when we left and wanted you to try on some of the things. So the brand started with the Fausette pendant, and I just couldn't only do that. So we started creating things that had the feel of water, have a story of water. And I thought that we would we'd try on some of them.
Absolutely.
See, you know, I loved, so this is a vintage diamond, what would you call it, a pendant? And yeah. And put that on with your t-shirt,
Absolutely.
you know? I think if you see that in the store, you would think that's not a t-shirt piece. But Riley and I wear everything with t-shirts.
Yes.
I love the juxtaposition, you know, of having it with the t-shirt.
And I love that everything in the line stacks so well together. Like everything coordinates amazingly. You can stack on every single necklace we have and it would still be a cohesive look, I feel like. And
Yay.
the heights go really well together as well.
So this is a laureate. You can wear it as a necklace or wrap it as many times as you want. You can add that to your mix.
Right? There's
This
two
is where
ways
we
that I love
need. This is where we need
B-roll.
another camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can zoom in. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
a bunch of different ways. Like you can just drape it like this.
Oh, how do you guys think? Does that look good?
And I also love, you know, the scarf look. See, it looks like there's two of them on there.
Yeah.
And like I said, like everything goes seamlessly all together. These are three completely different necklaces from two different collections and everything just goes perfectly. And if you keep an eye on our website, we're about to launch backdrop earrings and they have similar pearls to this. And so I just imagine those with, you know,
Yeah.
some of our studs, it would be absolutely
That's a
perfect
cool
all
line. I
together.
can't wait to introduce that and
Yes.
explain how it works. It's kind of a unique thing.
Absolutely.
And this is opal,
Yes.
and it has a tiny little diamond.
This really has. What were you talking about in nature? What you were inspired by to create this piece?
That one, a snake?
Yes.
I don't know. The shedding of skin, because it has this kind of look like it's sheer, like it could be a skin, but it has a luminescent to it, so you can
Absolutely.
kind of see the life underneath
Oh,
it.
mimicry?
Biomimicry.
Biomimicry, yes.
Yes.
I feel like you take a lot of inspiration from nature and just the beauty that's in everything. You've talked about how spines have inspired you, snakes, water, different types of water, the ocean versus still water.
Yeah. Versus
you know,
muddy
ponds,
water,
yes.
dirty water.
Yes,
Yeah.
all types of water.
Yeah, many of the necklaces, they have one very small bead in the back that represents the dirty water and the transformation from dirty to clean.
Right.
The shift that you know you're helping to make happen when you purchase a necklace.
Right.
So you're wearing that message with every
And you're
necklace.
wearing change.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what we hope. You know, it's hard to say and not feel like you're like being pompous saying it. You know, but I mean, it is the fact, and we want it to make you feel like changing. You feel
Right.
like changing something inside of yourself. You know,
Right.
and what would that be? And that's what we want to talk about more here is transformation.
Yes, because it's so common to get wrapped up in everything going on in the world and feeling like you have no power to make any sort of change and just feeling overwhelmed
Yeah.
by everything going on. Because I know a lot of us feel very passionate about making the world a better place and leaving it better than we found it.
Yes.
And it's great to give people a way to do that beyond, blindly donating to some campaign that they saw.
Yeah.
They get to actually go onto this website and see the change that's actively happening.
Yeah, and look
because-
great doing it. You know, you can
Absolutely.
feed your ego
Yes.
and the planet at the same time.
Yes, and I guarantee when you're wearing these pieces, people are going to stop you and be like, "What is that?" And you get to tell them, like,
You want
it's
this whole thing?
you get to say, like,
Let me tell
"I'm
you.
wearing change."
Yeah.
My purchase in this company made a difference somewhere, and you can
Yeah.
go onto their website and see all of the ways that they're impacting these communities and changing them for the better. And
Yeah.
it's just such a beautiful thing to get to be a part of.
And yeah, the connectedness to nature is all that it's about, you know. For me, when I have had several times in my life where, you know, there was a breakdown and I needed a breakthrough, it was, the constant for me was nature. The messages come through nature. The truth is nature. And sometimes the truth is not pretty.
Right.
You know, nature destroys.
Yeah.
You know, but
It's
it also,
real, no matter what.
It is real, and I craved the real.
Right.
I craved it, especially in my childhood. I wanted people to just tell me the truth. You
Yes.
know? And so that kind of carried on into, I think once you find your area of creativity, you know, that you can start exercising who you are through that medium,
Absolutely.
no matter what it is, pumpkin carving, you know,
Yes.
whatever it is, landscaping, cutting a pattern in the grass. Once you find that, then things seem a little bit more okay. Like
Yes.
there's a groundedness in it because I can sit back into this feeling of attachment to something,
Right.
but it's coming from my inside.
And it can be vulnerable too.
Yeah.
But it can be beautiful to expose that vulnerability.
Oh my gosh. Every garment I do, everything I design, I'm like, oh God, I hope it's good.
Yes.
You know?
Because it really is an expression of your soul. And
Yeah.
the way that nature has, you know, impacted you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, whenever, you know, at those most raw times in my life, I will go outside and just lay on the ground. I don't know why, you know, I have to get out, you know, I gotta
Yes.
leave, I gotta get out. But I think it's really, I gotta get connected.
Right.
You know?
Get away from the manufactured society that
Yeah,
we
or
find
my
ourselves
or my thought patterns.
Right.
Right? Just please disrupt my thought patterns.
in. I love to talk to the trees.
Yeah.
I feel like the trees are like the best because
Right?
everything's connected. The whole world is connected. And so you
Yeah.
tell the trees and they're going to take care of it for you, you know?
Right? Isn't there's that philosophy. We should talk about it sometime. We should have somebody on that talks about the connectedness of the trees and the root systems. And
Right.
there's certain root systems that carry, like, I don't know, information and
Yes.
like,
Yes.
well, that was what that movie was about. A lot of it, the blue people.
Avatar?
Avatar.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Maybe one day we'll have James Cameron on.
Oh.
James?
James? I love that octopus documentary you just put out. That was absolutely
Yes.
phenomenal.
Intense. Awesome.
Yes. Everything he touches is gold. We love climate activists that
Yeah.
really put that into their art and their work and really make that public message known.
Yeah, what a force. You know,
Absolutely,
What a force James
absolutely.
is. And sticking to the guns of his message.
And not
through-
pulling any punches. you
Yeah,
know?
no. Unapologetically.
Yes, and that's the type of people that we want to align with.
I went to the opening of Avatar, and James was there. And I was struck by, he looks like a business executive, you know, and he was just there doing what he does.
Right.
It wasn't about, look what I've created.
Right.
It was about, all right, this is it. What do you think? You know, but you know, I mean, it was grueling for him. He put a lot on the line. That movie was
Absolutely.
like extraordinarily expensive.
Yes,
Like
and years in the making.
broke molds and people. You know, I can't imagine how many times people said, "Oh, we just can't do that." And he was like, "Okay, I'll find somebody else that can."
Right.
Or try it. Just try. Just make one step towards it.
Right.
You know, just one, a baby step, and then come back to me and let's see what we have. And maybe in that step is the whole answer. You know?
Right. Absolutely.
Remember,
Yes to earrings.
yes to earrings.
I love it. Yes. We've been working on it. We've been cooking it up in the lab.
Oh, see, okay. I need to put my glasses on because I can't see that part.
I had it up there for a while, but you know.
I don't know where my glasses went.
I'm personally the biggest advocate
Thanks,
for
Mom.
rings. We definitely have some things cooking for that as well.
Yeah.
But everything is very exciting that we've been working on.
Okay, well, That thing's tucked in here. Okay, here we go. Like a
Riley,
rabbit,
what about
rabbit
these,
out of a hat.
What about these Halloween costumes?
Oh, so I've decided tomorrow we're having a Halloween contest.
Oh,
No big deal.
what?
But yes. If you have any ideas of what we should be for Halloween tomorrow,
Yes.
please drop them in the comments. We would love some inspiration. I
Yes.
personally have a whole closet of Halloween costumes, so I'm ready to come
sure
out
you do.
swinging.
Okay, when she says closet, it means room. That she transformed to a closet.
Yes.
You're one to talk.
Hey, hers came with the house. We had
yeah,
to do
right?
some renovations. I have a wonderful blue collar fiance who made sure to make that dream come true and put in all
Shout
of
out
the
Ben.
shelves and everything. Yes, shout out Ben. And so it's been a wonderful addition. But yes, I am ready for any costume contest at any time. I would say this is very tame because we're at work right now, but costume pieces are a daily occurrence in my wardrobe.
Let's
absolutely.
have like Untamed Tuesdays.
Untamed Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I love it.
And everybody out there can do Untamed Tuesdays.
Yes.
And we
Just
can
wear
show
what
pictures.
makes you happy.
Do it.
Yes.
Tell us who you are, maybe, or maybe your fantasy.
Yeah,
or
who you want to be,
who you want to be.
what you're working on.
Yeah, who you don't want to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm looking for more excuses to dress up. Halloween is my absolute favorite
I
because it's the one
know.
time you can just be like completely over the top. And
Every birthday party I have is like, okay, we need to play games and we need to have a theme.
Yes, what's the theme so
What's
that
the
everyone
theme?
can come dressed
Yeah.
up? Yes. Yes. Everyone's coming to our Halloween party dressed as pirates now for Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Sweet.
So maybe tomorrow I'll come as like a giraffe or something like that,
Okay.
a little different.
Okay.
We'll see. But I'm not going to give away my exact secret because I'm trying to
No.
win. I know it's a competition of 3 people,
Yeah.
but we are very competitive here.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Janae will be here.
ooh. Let's go.
Yes. Let's go.
So there are 4 competing.
Yeah.
Yes. I will not settle for anything. but
Yeah. I
first.
will win.
We shall see. Who's going to be the judge? I think we'll
Oh.
have to do another live and have people vote
True.
to
Yes.
remove any bias.
Absolutely.
Everyone's going to vote for
Yeah.
themselves.
So check back tomorrow, and wear what you're wearing. Wear your costume.
We're also looking for people to feature. We would love to throw up some people.
Yeah, post pictures in the comments.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Post pictures in the comments.
And can't we video chat them in?
Well, yes, I have to learn how to do that first.
We fully believe in you, Rhino. You'll have it up and going
I
by
park them in
tomorrow.
the
Oh,
green
yeah.
room, and we can take them one at a time onto the show.
He will not speak to me for the next however many hours it takes for him to figure it out.
But that's the kind of person that we need as head of IT here.
Oh my
At
gosh.
Loudermilk Brands.
Yes.
Booth cam.
Yes. That's our make it happen guy.
The man.
Oh, I
makes
got
it
an
happen.
applause. Y'all can't
Unbelievable.
hear
Oh,
it, but
yes.
They can.
Don't you have an applause
I
button?
it's going right now.
Oh, we can't hear it?
You can't hear it.
Oh.
I'll work on how to monitor that in to where just this sound effect. Actually, I probably could. I can do that. You just wait and see.
When I lived in LA, I realized how important applause was.
Really?
Yes, it is the thing that keeps people going sometimes there,
Yes.
right? It's like a hug.
Absolutely.
And at first I was like, oh, well, applause, whatever. But it really is like a hug,
Yes.
like because it's kind of part of the culture and approval and all of that. I became used to really,
Right. Cheering
who
people
didn't
on.
like to see that?
Yes. And at this day and age, people are always looking for reassurance.
I figured
and so
it
to
out.
be able to give someone that,
Yeah.
that could change their entire, trajectory to know that people believe in them.
And you know what? There was one time in my life where I did not have the courage to compliment people. Right?
Right.
And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't do it. No? I think it was because I didn't think that I had any authority at all.
Right.
Real quick, shout out to Mom. She's got to go. Thanks, Mom.
Shout
Thanks,
out to Rhino's
Mom.
mom. Thank you so much for joining us.
Right.
Love the engagement.
Yes.
One of my favorite quotes recently, surprisingly, was from a podcast with Austin Butler. And he said that embarrassment is an underexplored emotion and that everything you want in life is on the other side of embarrassment. And that, you know, we need to get used to putting ourselves out there and, you know, just exploring that feeling. And it takes away the vulnerability and it makes it much easier for you to move towards your goals, because that's what holds a lot of people back. Is
Yeah.
they're afraid of that vulnerability or that embarrassment. But the second that you actually do put yourself out there, you're typically, you know, met with that applause and that wonderful feeling, and
Yeah.
you just have to, there it is. But you have to cross that, you know, vulnerable, painful bridge. And he thought that more people should really be exploring that to get
love
to
it.
what they want.
Absolutely. I think vulnerability is the emotion that I really like the most. I
Right.
really do, because it's just edgy. It's on the edge. It's like
It's punk.
scary. Huh?
It's punk.
It's punk. It is. It is. I can remember the time in my life that I discovered that, and I'm like, this makes me high. You know, just like do something that scares me. Do something that makes me uncomfortable.
Right. Because it sets you free.
And it begets creativity, right? Like, put me on the edge so that I have to think differently or do differently or I don't know, understand more, you know, ask a question. Like, it is an action thing. You know?
Absolutely.
And it's a gift, really, to me, to be put on the edge.
Absolutely, to have that opportunity.
Yeah, because then I get to go from there. You know, I get to. I don't have to think of it myself. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody, you know, embarrasses me or puts me on the edge, or if I feel vulnerable doing something, then it's a whole experience that is not an everyday life experience.
And it kind of makes you feel like you're on the right path in a way. You
Yeah.
know? Because that strife always gets you to where you want to be.
Yeah.
You know, you need that pressure or the iron to sharpen iron to get to that higher level of being
So
or creativity. And so it kind of shows you that you're like, if everything's too easy, you know, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. You're
Yeah.
not challenging.
And that's what that fierce heart, I started talking about it in the beginning of the show, was the three garments that went down the runway in Paris was fierce heart, rising heart, and happy heart. Fierce heart was about that moment. It's like, oh God, I hate this feeling, you know, like,
Right.
but I have to change. I have to change it. You know, I can't stand the way I feel,
Right.
right? So what is it? You know, what's the search? What am I searching for? You know, but at least I get to start the question
Exactly.
instead of being numb, not knowing that there is even a question
Right.
or even something that I need to change. You know? That's why I keep people in my life that, you know, like Rhino. A lot of times he's in brain, out mouth, and I love that. I love it. It just,
Yes.
yeah, it balances me out, you know, because I came from kind of a reserved family,
Right.
and we didn't say much, you know, but we commented on things.
I think that's a great part of this team, is that we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and the strengths play to other people's weaknesses, you know? And so it's a very supportive ecosystem where we're able to bounce ideas off each other. And like, if we have an idea, but we don't really have the how, you know, someone else will be able to come up with that how. And so it's a very cyclical, you know, rotating of ideas and building upon them.
So
And-
important.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times I'm embarrassed to tell you what I'm not good at or what I need help with, you know? Or,
Right. It's not easy, but it gets easier every day we're on this team, you know,
Yeah.
because of that yes and thing that we use here.
Yeah.
Because there's never a, what are you talking about? No, that's not a good idea.
Right.
Like, that never happens here. It's,
And you know where yes and comes from, right?
I don't think I do.
Okay. So I did I went and did an acting class. The reason I did improv, the reason I did was because I was really camera shy. And I wanted to get used to, I just had to put myself in front of the lion and just over and over and over again. And I felt like I didn't think very fast on my feet. And I sometimes still have a little problem with that. But, I needed to build confidence in that. And the thing when improv that they taught it was at Second City Improv on Hollywood Boulevard. They taught that if you start a story, you never say, no, that's not going to happen, or no, I disagree. You say, yes. Like if you would say, bananas are pink. And I'd be like, yes, and bananas peel really well, right? So I'm not going to cut your thought off, or your who you are off, or your avenue of conversation with the audience, or your train of thought. Like, well, my train of thought is
Right.
this, but it's also around what you said.
It's expanding.
It's expanding and not disagreeing.
Right.
So, I don't, and it's not avoiding disagreement, It's just not having to disagree.
Right. Having space for everyone's ideas.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to think that a banana is pink, you go right ahead.
That's your reality.
Yeah.
I'm here to encourage that.
Yeah.
What a beautiful world to live in where you think bananas are pink. you know?
Right? Yeah. Oh, rose-colored glasses.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We should wear rose-colored glasses like an entire session, right?
Yes.
And we should get rose-colored glasses made in sustainable plastic.
Yes. There's another term that you use a lot to describe the culture here. What was that? Was that
Oh, wabi-sabi.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
that's that connectedness to nature, is that the downtrodden or ugly part can be the most beautiful part of something.
Absolutely.
It goes back to that rawness, right?
Can we
like
get a
ripped
definition
t-shirt.
on the screen in the booth?
Oh.
I fully believe in you, booth tech.
Yeah. Where's our audience?
I think our audience is there. It's being.
No, but I mean, like, I guess we talk to the camera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you bored yet, Ben? It's like after the first 5 minutes.
He said he wouldn't be able to tell this was our first time doing this.
Really?
Kisses to Bean.
Very nice.
There it is.
Wabi-sabi, a Japanese aesthetic philosophy that finds beauty in imperfection, impermanence, and incompleteness. It is rooted in the appreciation of simplicity, natural processes, and the natural aging or wear of objects, such as a tarnished bowl or an uneven stone. The philosophy values a mindful acceptance of life's transient and flawed nature over the pursuit of flawless perfection. My life story.
Right? I feel like that's a beautiful definition for everybody's life. Because I'm of the firm belief that once you reach that certain level of awareness or perfection, as you would call it, you're no longer here. It's time to go to whatever comes after.
Totally. And that's why we're here. That's
Right.
why we're on this planet of opposites, darkness and light, yin and
Absolutely.
yang, up and down,
It's all about growth.
pain and joy.
Yes. And finding the purpose in that imperfection.
Yeah. Yeah. And the experience, I mean, gosh, just having that rawness is, well, I mean, it informs all of my designs.
Right. I mean, the Herkimer is a great example of that. Just a raw, they call them diamonds that come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't really get polished or anything. They're just an embodiment.
And they're
of
sharp and they're
Absolutely.
jagged and
texture.
yeah, and we use a really rare Herkimer here. They're so small, but they're formed by nature.
Right.
So they are a crystalline form, but they're teeny tiny.
Yes.
So you get this
Teeny
tiny topaz.
I have that video queued up right
Teeny.
now. if you need it.
I kept doing my hair like the opposite way.
Oh yes, we're
I have to
still
stop.
learning everything.
Yeah.
We've got a big monitor, but it's mirrored, so it really makes you think.
And I cut my hair myself, and I'm kicking myself. Here.
We've all been there.
Ugh.
Oh, you're gonna play the little clip?
You guys just go ahead.
I think.
Come back.
We'll wrap around.
What angle makes my arm look better? That's the ego-centered in me. I have a strong ego-centered and a strong spiritual centered. You know, I think because I was kind of cursed with this like self, like I'm always analyzing myself
Right.
and, you know, criticizing myself.
Overthinking.
Not over, I wouldn't attach myself to that thought, you know, because it's a quick thought. It's not overthought, you know, it's just the thought.
Uh-huh.
And I've had to develop such a wide spiritual life so that I could separate myself from myself
Right.
and live in that most of the time.
Oh, look, we got a comment from
What are we
Dean.
doing? Oh, not bored at all. Love the wabi-sabi approach. Imperfection makes us human, and there is beauty in imperfection.
Period, King.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Woody Woodpecker.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Here we go. I'm going
Oh, so, yeah.
to,
There it is.
look at that.
Where's what?
Teeny tiny topaz.
Oh, teeny tiny topaz. Are you playing it? Mm-hmm.
Can our viewers hear it?
No. Here.
Can they see us now? Okay, so it's not. How do we know if you're playing?
You won't see yourself.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
a live feed of the screen. So
Oh,
what's
okay.
on there is what they're seeing.
Okay.
About her.
Oh, yep. That
Speaking of which, I
close-up.
need to find some PBA-free, large, not glasses.
Okay.
You know?
All right. I tried to do that on the fly. But
PBA free.
okay, well, we've been streaming for an hour. and
Large.
3 minutes. Totally right.
Okay.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
All right, well, do you want to thank the audience for
Thank you, audience.
Thank you. You've been great. we appreciate all of you and look forward to you coming back to see us again.
Absolutely. You are officially a part of our very first
Yes.
duo live stream.
Welcome to the family.
Yes. So hopefully you'll come back and see the ones that we have to come.
Yep.